Oh, hello and welcome back. Yeah, I'm still here. The Psycho haven't given me a call yet, but I woke up with these two games next to me. Ghost House on Sega Master System and, well, a Game Boy Color game. So I guess we should try them out.
The first game, Ghost House, is a very old classic horror-themed game made entirely by Sega according to web sources. You take control of Mick the vampire hunter who's out to kill Dracula.
Simple stuff, really.
So before we get started, let's talk about controls. I'm using a Sega Genesis or a Mega Drive controller, where you use A to punch and B to jump, so it's sort of reversed Mario style. And if you used an original Master System controller, it would be 1 to jump and 2 to punch. Well, the game starts out by showing us this rather boring looking title, which...
Whoa. I don't even think that Atari could have done that better. Holy shit, this is awesome.
Anyway, we start the game and we see Mick in his red boots, blue shirt and long elven ears.
Wait, what? An elf as a vampire hunter? Well, stranger things have happened. Just look at the guy's hairdo. That's Jimmy Neutron all over.
So we walk around this mansion, a lot of stuff is happening, like blue ghosts, small bats and this weird purse-like thing that breathes fire.
Damn! That's a lot of health he took away.
Anyway, the bats are also annoying to fight. They keep going in this pattern that reminds me of Medusa hits in Castlevania. Some things I was lucky enough not to experience as a kid, but it is still annoying as an adult. Anyway, you might have guessed that the bats takes away a tiny bit amount of health, but they do get help from throwing knives.
Man! For a game with almost no variety, there sure is a lot of enemies with varied mechanics.
But oddly enough, the ghost is just there. Sure, if you touch him you lose health, but you can turn your hand into a living boxing glove, so I think you're okay. Well, almost. The hit detection feels dated, and by that I mean not polished. Maybe it's because of my gaming setup, maybe it's just the game being made in a rush, I don't know. Anyway, the main goal is to kill Dracula. Sounds easy enough.
I mean, you're just a kid with a Jimmy Neutron hairdo. What could possibly go wrong?
So like the good old horror trope, Dracula is inside his coffin and in order to wake him up, you need to find a key which is dropped by any random enemy. I usually found them in the ghosts, probably because they were easier to kill.
But there is indeed a problem. If Dracula is indeed locked inside his coffin and needs a key to be freed, then why don't you just get the key and leave? Yeah, the problem's over. But for the sake of the game, let's free the bastard.
So we open Dracula's coffin and he flies away as a bat and he's just mental.
Get away from me! Yeah!
But luckily enough, there's a light bulb trick you can do.
And if you played the good old NES back in the days, you'll get the joke.
There's lights in this castle and if you jump up and smash them, you stop time.
I don't know why or how, but it makes the game easier, so I'll take it.
So now if Dracula transformed into his human form, you can hit the light bulb and then beat the crap out of him. Once the time resumes, he is squished.
Yeah, I beat the game! Fuck yeah, I'm awesome! Wait, what? I beat Dracula, something that took Belmont hours to do. Why isn't there a congratulation sign?
Okay, apparently there's more Draculas, and yes, that's what they call them. Not vampires, but Draculas. And also, once you beat a Dracula, your key is removed and you have to randomly find another one. Also, you might have noticed the piece of jewelry at the top. That's the gem you get for killing a Dracula, sort of like the orbs in Castlevania. There's a total of 6 vampires in the first stage, and they increase in numbers for each stage.
So, as you might have guessed, it's a tough game.
Okay, now we know that, let's move on to the next Dracula. There we go, beat him, and look at my health, I'm almost dead. The red part is your health, while the yellow part is the empty space. I sort of feel like it should be the reversed, but it isn't. Lucky for me, each Dracula gives you full health, as well as a new jewel. What?
Seriously, what the hell? That can't be programmed right.
So apparently I figure out that if you stand correctly you can pick up the throwing knives and use that against enemies.
But there's also arrows flying at you, meaning you instantly think, oh, thrown stuff is bad. Well, how about we try to catch one of them from a certain angle? If that's not in the manual, it's bullshit.
That's not a knife.
Anyway, I'm almost dead and beat the third Dracula, but he died in the fire. How am I...
I would say cheap shot, but it barely took away as much health as a bat would, so I'll forgive this. Whoa, wait a minute. I lost half my health by touching a spider's web? What kind of shitty logic is that?
Well, almost dead again. Can I beat Dracula with this? Also, you can only use the light bulb trick a limited amount of times. I think it's 4 or 5, or maybe it's random, I don't know. But usually it runs out when you need it the most. Come on, you fucker, I'm going to beat you.
Yeah, I did it.
So now all we need is to find 2 more and...
Are you fucking kidding me? I died to cobweb? Ah, that's fucking embarrassing, Mac. Almost as embarrassing as Crocodile Dundee 3.
So lesson learned, do not touch the cobweb. Ever.
Honestly, I barely want to play again. You know when you had a good run, you did everything almost perfectly, and then some sort of bullshit ruins it for you? Yeah, that's the scenario. However, we could use a game genie and just get through this game. Fuck. Well, I'll figure something out.
Okay, I'm only going to get the invincibility cheat since that's what got me. I mean, the cobweb with infinite health, I guess they wouldn't be a problem. Damn! Fuck! Ass!
Okay, the game is way tougher when you cheat. Who knew? Well, I guess when you can't even cheat your way to success, then I'm out.
Well, in honesty, it is a decent arcade-style video game with some flaws obviously, but if you can find a friend and take turns, this is a good hour's entertainment. There's enough solid gameplay to make it entertaining to play for longer. It gives you that sense of urge to keep playing when you fail. Well, when you fail outside the cobweb. And the flaws are not game-breaking bad, apart from the cobweb. In fact, a lot of the flaws can be awfully entertaining to watch, especially with others.
Well, moving on to the Game Boy Color game, Sabrina, the animated series Spooked. Well, that's some title.
And yes, the title is including the animated series since Sabrina's been on everything now. So we can see that this game was developed by WayForward Games.
Wait a minute, the masterminds behind the Shantae series made this? Oh, this is going to be great. It's not, is it?
So right off the bat we can hear that this isn't the classic music from either Shantae nor Sabrina. Well, the story begins with Sabrina asking her cat Salem. He used to be a wizard, I believe, but got cursed into a cat's body. Something like that. Anyways, she's asking Salem if he's noticed something strange with the other witches, Hilda and Zelda.
Oh, I knew that princess couldn't be trusted. Her moveset in Smash Bros. Just screams witch.
Well, apparently Hilda is washing dishes in soup, and Zelda is reading a pizza, which is strange for some reason. And they walk into a portal and Sabrina goes in after them, followed by Salem.
Yeah, it's a riveting story, but a bad story can be saved by good gameplay, right? I mean, just look at Destiny. Yeah, I never actually played the game, but apparently it has good gameplay. And also microtransactions, so don't play it.
Well, Sabrina and Salem is transported into the realm of Spooky. He is probably from the show, I got no clue honestly. And well, they have to travel across different realms to save Sabrina's aunts. The first one being a Candyland of sorts.
Come with me, we'll go and see a place called Candy Island!
Well, I'm sorry, Knuckles, but this is cheap, boring candy.
Goodbye, loser candy.
Well, the music is horrendous. That's a good start. You control Sabrina with the D-pad, you jump with A. Hey, a discount game with Mario controls, cool! And of course you run with B. And, well, use this star-like thingy. Well, as we figure out how to play, you can jump on enemies to kill them, while some requires a minimalistic effort to time it correctly. And you have to collect gems in order to beat the stage, and well, there's also boxes containing either 1-ups, healths or stars. Which Sabrina makes this sound when she gets.
Weird. Just weird.
Well, you can also find Salem in one of the boxes, which is weird since they entered the portal together. How did he get stuck in a box? Never mind, Salem can destroy certain blocks which Sabrina cannot. Those blocks with cat faces on them, obviously. Well, we collect the 3 gems and can proceed to the next stage. By the way, Sabrina does this little twirl when she completed a level, like...
Well, it's a simple game, so what can go wrong? Oh, that could go wrong. Yeah, I already talked about faces for passwords in SpongeBob, but this? That's actually worse.
It's worse since it is on an inferior console, meaning the pictures are harder to make out. Look at Sabrina, she's all like...
I have to draw these faces to continue? What a chore, couldn't I have used numbers? I don't know half these people, man. What a chore.
Okay, World 1-3 and we hit a roadblock. Literally. There's this cracked rock that I can't seem to destroy, but fear not, as I was looking for stars to upgrade Sabrina's attack, yeah, apparently collecting all stars makes Sabrina able to shoot. And every time you let go of the D-pad while running, Sabrina does this. Might be a glitch, but after finding the stars I found this arrow that points down.
And yeah, it's a no-brainer what it actually is. It's the world-renowned ground pound ability. Oh wow! Either Sabrina has an airbag on her ass, or she simply is just a bubble butt.
I mean, look at that altitude she's getting! Man, she doesn't need a bouncy castle, she is fucking one! Okay, we beat 1-4 and it is straight into a boss battle with this Spooky character. Sadly enough, it's not Spooky from Spooky's Jumpscare Mansion. Well, Spooky is in a jar. I guess he's supposed to be some sort of creepy genie, maybe? Well, I guess I have to jump on his head. Fuck! Okay, maybe not.
What do I do? Do I collect stars to shoot her? Well, there's no stars in the stage, so obviously not.
Can I walk into him? No? Then what?
Wait, you just jump on him? Why didn't that work before then? That's some damn bullshit, man.
Well, after we figure out how to beat him, he's more than easy. Honestly, some enemies are tougher to beat than him.
Well, at least he exploded. That's always fun.
Now on to level 2, stage 1, the beach level, which oddly enough reminds me of Kirby. In these stages we get the bubble ability, which, well, lets you float until you hit something, then it pops.
Well, this ability is a given. I mean, Sabrina's always been inside of her own little bubble, right?
Just look at her, she's all like...
I'm snug as a bug in a rug inside here, you can't burst my bubble.
Whatever, Sabrina.
Wait, you can't touch water. If you do, you die? What the hell is this, the Wizard of Oz?
Well, anyway, these stages features new enemies that smashes the ground to make you float.
Oh, yes. They float.
This mess of palm trees and of course flying pink whales.
Because reasons.
What the fuck? I can't get back! Shit!
Okay, I forgot the bubble after I died and now I'm stuck, so I have to restart the stage. But this is dumb, because you have to turn off the Game Boy and turn it back on. So you better be a good artist, because guess what? Time to put in the code.
There we go, do not fall down there without the bubble again, and we beat the stage. Now on to the second boss battle. The second boss battle is still Spooky, which is weird since he already exploded. Well, anyway, through magic I guess Spooky is back and he squirts water at Sabrina, which of course is deadly. But sadly enough, you can stand right here and beat him silly.
Oh yeah, you might notice a slight flicker in the screen when you jump. Yeah. I don't know why it does that.
Well, on to level 3, stage 1, which is the Emerald City. From Wizard of Oz.
Seriously, Way Forward? Have you never seen magical beings outside the Wizard of Oz? You should have, I mean, Shantae's freaking awesome!
So in these stages we get the tornado, but we have a problem.
I got no clue how to use it.
I tried all the possible combinations, A and B slightly apart at the same time. Hell, I even tried up and A, which is how you use the bubble.
But I can't figure it out! Wait, what? How did I do that? Okay, here's how it works. Since WayForward loves multiple abilities, but rarely have the buttons for them, you wriggle the D-pad back and forward. Yeah, that's bullshit, man. Seriously, that's almost impossible to find out. I tried pressing select before that, for crying out loud.
Well, now that that is over, we can continue the game and...
Oh, I got turned into a pig. Well, the only thing I can think about is Super Ghost and Ghouls, since you got turned into a baby in that one.
Well, this is just annoying, and usually the enemy shoots another blast at you right before you can turn back. They always do that. Well, finally beat these levels and we are on to the next battle with Spooky. This one might be the easiest one yet. Avoid the spikes and jump on Spooky. He doesn't even get invulnerable between attacks. Well, we beat him. Now on to level 4 stage 1, which is a beach in space. And here we get the final ability, which is to shrink yourself.
What is this, Mylon Secret Castle?
Well, while we shrink down in size, it's just me, but did they make her rag bigger?
I mean... that's just weird.
Well, I must admit, out of all the levels, level 3 must be the most puzzling, so either they ran out of ideas or they swapped level 3 and 4. Well, never mind, we are finally at the last boss, which is Spooky. Surprise, surprise, this time he's a static image who looks like somebody who is trying to impress someone with their posing. It's a really easy boss battle. He sends out enemies, destroy them, then jump on his head, rinse and repeat until done. The game ends with Spooky apologizing to Sabrina for his sleepwalking, and they all laugh it up. Which is then followed by the reveal that it was the WayForward Pocket team that made the game. Which basically is a C team, I presume.
So good for those guys for actually making this game with so few people and probably resources too. Well, since the game is over, we can always try the debug mode, which is as follows.
And there you go, now we can check everything that is actually inside the game, but really isn't, like this stage.
How fitting an end for such a short game. It crashes in debug mode.
This game is dull. It feels like a really watered down version of Shantae, almost as if they had a very limited time to make the game. The controls are clunky. The abilities are boring and dull, although there is a lot of variety in whatever few abilities there are. The fact that almost every stage feels the same apart from one at the end which involved all abilities, but it was so damn short and uninteresting that it really didn't matter. I read online that someone said it took about 6 to 8 hours to complete, and well, that's a freaking lie. I took 1 hour and 40 minutes. If I didn't have to take notes, I would probably be just about an hour to complete it. It is a shame that WayForward had to make this game. I do wonder how much better their Shantae games would have been if they didn't waste resources on this. Well, I would say even if you are a fan of WayForward games and or Sabrina the Teenage Witch, don't play this game. It's not great. There's way better games you can spend your time on.
Well, that was 2 monster-ish games. I hope you enjoyed it and... I'll get out of here somehow.